Just want to say welcome everyone being here for today's event. Right now my name is Julio Barron. I'm one of the college success coaches here at the College Fund. And then I'm going to let my other colleagues introduce themselves on the next slide. So next slide, please. All right, then so we'll go ahead and start with Sandy.
Kanu hitbisi uvanga sikinya geksak uvanga Sandy Koyana Kariting Daimani the College Fund's Tribal College and University Fair. Greetings. My native name is Sun is Shining. That is more of a nickname, so I do go by Sandy. We're excited to have you at the College Fund TCU Fair today. I am the College Readiness Program Administrator, and I will be communicating back and forth with you a little bit in the chat. You'll probably see communications from our team as well as we go through the event today.
All right, thank you, Sandy. And we'll go on to the next person, Delphina.
My name is Delphina, and I'm the coordinator for student engagement and communications. Welcome, everyone.
And lastly and not least, Erin.
Thank you, Julio. Hi, everyone. My name is Erin Redshirt. I am the program assistant over here at the College Fund and the Student Success Services program. I'm Sakanju in Ogallala, Lakota, and I'm coming in from our home office in Denver, and I'm looking forward to spending this afternoon with you all. Thanks.
All right, then. Thank you, everybody, for introducing yourselves. So I appreciate you all. So now we'll go on to the next slide, please. All right, then. So we're going to go ahead and just go over the agenda and what we're going to talk about today. So first things first, we're just going to go through the meeting protocol and prize announcements. Who doesn't like prizes? And then we'll go ahead and we're going to hear some opening words from an amazing colleague of mine, Nicolette Weston. After that, we'll do the land acknowledgement and College Fund commitment. And then after that, we'll go through the daily fair schedule, what's going on today. And then also why consider the travel college or university. So we're going to have specific speakers and representatives from those TCUs to talk about their university itself, specific research and anything that makes them unique and everything. After that, we'll go over the student interest sign up, follow up. And then later on, after all that, we'll go into the mini conference, and today's workshop is about first generation college students. And then we're going to go talk about the College Fund scholarships, and how they apply and everything, the specific resources that we have here at the College Fund, and then also talking about the survey for the prizes. And we're going to be talking about this a lot through the presentation, so just a reminder, do it, so. And then we'll put links and stuff like that on the chat and everything, or via email. So we'll go on to the next slide, please. Okay. So hopefully everyone knows how to behave, but I think we should be fine, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do the meeting protocols. So, feel free to pause, take breaks as needed, this session is being recorded and will be shared with attendees later on. If you do have a question or concern, put it down on the Q&A section down below. And also please consider completing the survey once it's released after the end of the meeting. So pretty easy. So hopefully today's a good time. All right, next slide, please. All right, here's the survey I was talking about and what the prizes are going to be. So for each day of the TCU Fair, we're giving out one Dell laptop. So if you do that survey, you get put into a drawing for that right there. And this is for students. And then also with that same survey, you'd be able to win one of these swag bags as well. And it comes with all those amazing prizes right there, so definitely do the survey. So I'm going to keep saying that all the time. So hopefully that's something that will want you to do the survey overall. All right, then next slide, please. All right, and well, let Sandy take this one.
Hello, everybody again. As the College Readiness Program Administrator, I work with our Higher Pathways program. And in our Higher Pathways program, we work with somewhere between 40 and 50 high schools. And they have been welcomed today by me previously to have watch parties. So if you are watching from a high school classroom, greetings. We're extremely excited to have you today. I'm excited to announce for those schools that are in the current this year's partnership with the Higher Pathways program, we are offering one classroom pizza or root beer or ice cream float party, whatever the school decides, to be offered to a school in attendance today. We're going to raffle one today. We're going to raffle one from yesterday, and we'll raffle one tomorrow. Your class size does not matter to win the prize. We just ask that you attend for at least 30 minutes as a class. We understand if you can't be there for the whole entire thing. We're going to record and share this whole event for you. So we would just like to ask you to complete the post survey. If you're a staff member at one of these schools that works with me, please complete that survey to let us know how many students were in your watch party. And then staff, we would also like for you to share the survey with students because they are eligible for that laptop prize as well as the swag bag prizes. Only submissions from the staff and counselors that I work with in the Higher Pathways program will be accepted. We want to make sure that we're getting reports from staff about how many students attended a school as opposed to students. So staff, we're inviting you to give us that number. This prize is a special initiative with the College Fund's Higher Pathways program schools. Thank you for attending today, and we'll send out that survey. If not today, then it should be next day tomorrow.
All right, then. Thank you, Sandy, for the explanation. So again, definitely do that if you can. Who doesn't like pizza, so we'll do that, of course. So we'll go on to the next slide, please. All right, and then we're going to have a few words from Nicolette Weston.
How matakiapi, chante washte nape chuzapia, Nicolette Weston imachiapi, Oglala Lakota Hemacha, na Oglala Lakota College, Owayawa Ektawa'i. Wana American Indian College Fund, Wawashi Echamu, Naha Wana College Transfer Program Administrator, Hemacha. Hello, everyone. I greet you all with a heartfelt handshake. My name is Nicolette Weston. I am Oglala Lakota. I also graduated from Oglala Lakota College in 2016 with my bachelor's degree in social work. And I thank you all for joining us today to learn more about tribal colleges and universities and how they can benefit and support you as Indigenous students. I did graduate from the tribal college in my area. I'm very, very thankful for what the college, my tribal college, was able to teach me, what I was able to learn from them and take that with me on my career path. And it has taken me working with ICWA, with foster families, and also with the Department of Corrections for the state of South Dakota, helping to serve our justice-involved women who are primarily Lakota women. And now I get to take my degree and work in more of the support services, doing what I love, working with students, especially tribal colleges. So I hope you guys are all able to learn something today and really look into your local tribal college and see how they can benefit and support you when you're making that decision to move on to college from high school. Wopila ichichie. Thank you.
All right, then. So that was some amazing words from Nicolette and everything. So we'll go on to the next slide now. Okay. All right. So land acknowledgement, which is very important. So just want to acknowledge that the American Indian College Fund is located in Colorado on the traditional ancestry lands of the Cheyenne, Arapaho, and Ute nations. 48 additional tribes have cultural ties to the land in Colorado, and we respect and show gratitude to all the original stewards of the land and for the rest of the nation as well too. So hopefully that's really important for nowadays. So let's go on to the next slide, please. Okay, so I'm going to go over our mission and vision here at the College Fund. So for the mission, the American Indian College Fund invests in Native students and tribal college education to transform lives and communities. Our vision, the American Indian College Fund was founded in 1989 for over 31 years. The College Fund has been the nation's largest charity supporting Native students' access to higher education. We provide scholarships, programming to improve Native American student access to higher education, and the support and tools for them to succeed once they are there. And this is what we do on a daily basis, and we love what we do for our students. So we'll go on to the next one, please. All right then. So this right here, you've probably seen this promo flyer flying around, you know, like on our social medias or via email and everything. Right now we're on day 2, and those are all the specific tribal college and universities that we'll be hearing from today, you know, from the specific speakers, representatives. And if you're still interested, you know, in coming in for tomorrow, we do have a day 3, and then we have those specific colleges and universities as well. So yeah, let's get ready, you know, to hear from these speakers. So well, on to the next slide, please. Okay, so you know, important thing is like, why consider tribal colleges and universities? First of all is the affordability. On average, tribal college tuition is about $6,760 or less than the national average. Over 80% of TCU students qualify for financial aid. For the locations, you know, that there's a map of all the specific tribal college universities we work with. There's 35 of them. There's about 75 campuses in 14 states, and we serve students from more than 37 states from the USA, and over 200 tribes represented. For belonging, you know, for being part of a TCU and everything, 53% of tribal college graduates surveyed strongly agree they had a mentor or who encouraged them to pursue their goals and dreams, and that's very important, especially as a new student. Compared to 28% of alumni nationally and 26% of traditional college graduates. So hopefully with, you know, with all the presentations today, you'll be able to consider these TCUs and everything for the future. So we'll go on to the next slide, please. Thank you. All right, then. So today we're on day 2, and we're going to hear from one of our student spotlights from Sitting Bull College.
Hello, my name is Trent Barabs, and I'm from Box Elder, South Dakota. I am a major in business administration here at Sitting Bull College, and I live on campus as well. I chose SBC because I wasn't in the best environments back home, and a lot of family and friends suggested to me that college would be a better route for me, and they turned out to be right. Another reason why I chose Sitting Bull College is because I wanted to better my career options and probably achieve a higher academic career. Some advice I give for future students, especially my pre-college self, is that don't be afraid to apply for college. They're very helpful and understanding, and they're willing to help you excel in your learning process. The campus culture here is very inspiring and engaging, and I love the friends that I made here, and everybody's friendly and looks out for one another, especially the instructors. The instructors here are very supportive and friendly and would help you at any sort of different academic levels you're at. My experience here with the instructors have been really supportive, and they look out for the students, and they put the students first even before themselves, because they want you to have a good educational career at school, and they are very impactful, and they want you to engage in their classrooms, and they make sure that no one is left behind. What I love learning from our classes is that they actually introduce real-world problems into the classroom, and they teach you how these courses could relate to real-world jobs and help you succeed through those jobs.
All right, it's always awesome to hear from, like, you know, their students' experiences at TCU. So it's very important for other students, you know, thinking of, you know, going to TCU as well. So hopefully you learned something from that one right there. Let's go on to the next slide, please. All right, then. So now I want to present TCU speakers coming up one by one, but would like to welcome attendees. So if for throughout these presentations, like if you do have any questions or anything like that, put in the Q&A section down below if anything comes up. So let's go on to the next slide now. Okay. So I think the speaker is not here today, but I'm going to go ahead and just present this presentation anyway. So next slide, please. Okay. So right here, is like what specific degrees they offer. So there's 14 associate degrees, 1 bachelor's, and 11 certificates and diplomas. There is nursing and healthcare, elementary education and child development, American Indian studies with the Ojibwe language, human services, law enforcement, multimedia production, environmental science. And then, just being part of the Minnesota State College and University system, our credits transfer to 4-year institutions very well. Next slide, please. Okay, let's just talk about a little bit about the student life they have. We offer apartment style campus housing, Thunder athletics, volleyball and basketball, which is awesome. Many clubs and activities, fitness center and gym, and the Little Thunder childcare, which is really important. Free tutoring and advising, definitely utilize those resources as well. Career counseling, disability services and TRIO, which if TRIO is really important, so definitely utilize that if you do have that at your specific school. And then also work, study, student jobs, if you just need some like extra money on the side to go to college as well. So let's go on to the next slide, please. All right, then. So cost of attendance, it's about approximately $5,998 for a full-time tuition fees. Parking is about $30 for each semester. Many scholarships and grants available, and I believe that link right there is for the scholarships and grants on their website. So definitely take some time to research that as well. Next slide, please. All right, so right here, this is for the link to apply to the specific college. So, and it's also free to apply, which is a good thing. And then just to learn a little bit more about like the admissions process and everything, there's that link right there as well. They have open enrollment and rolling admissions, and there's a good contact information right there from Josh Cleveland, works with admissions, with their number and email. On to the next one, please. All right, then. Well, that was it for Fond du Lac Travel and Community College. So now I want to see if the speaker representative from Bay Mills Community College is on.
My name is Rihanna McKechnie, and I am the Marketing and Recruitment Specialist at Bay Mills Community College. Can you go to the next slide, please? So, Bay Mills Community College is located in Brimley, Michigan. I'm guessing some people might not know where that is. We're a pretty small area. So Brimley is in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. We're right by Sault Ste. Marie, which they're probably known for Lake Superior State University. And a lot of our students will start out with us, and then they'll transfer to a 4-year university through LSSU or similar schools in Michigan. Please feel free to go to the next slide. So this is just some background information about us. So BMCC was the first accredited tribal college. We're one of only 4 community colleges in the Upper Peninsula. And we have articulation agreements with schools in our states, so Northern Michigan, CMU, Western Michigan. And a really cool thing about Michigan specifically is that there is the Michigan Transfer Agreement. So credits will transfer between universities more easily. So if you are taking, for instance, like your gen eds, like math or science, that's going to be the exact same here as it is at U of M or a bigger university. For some more general info, our typical students are Native American. They tend to be female. They are typically a little older, and a lot of them do their work part-time while working jobs or raising children. And the vast majority of our students are online, but we do have on-campus students as well. So why BMCC? We are affordable. We have one of the lowest tuition rates in our state. So for instance, our per credit hour is $97 per credit hour in comparison with some other universities in our state. There's some that are about $500, some that are $300. So ours is pretty affordable in comparison. We have smaller class sizes. So I think our instructor ratio is 1:8, which is pretty great. And it's especially good for students who maybe they're unsure of what they're doing, or they might need a little bit extra help. We also have some really great student support services. So we have our Student Success Center. They can help you with tutoring. They can help you if you need help with, like, say you need a laptop for class or a calculator. Or we have TRIO, or our disability services. So we have a bunch of staff that is there basically just to make sure that you succeed as a student. Like I mentioned, the majority of our students are online, and we have students all over the country. I think we even have a couple in Alaska. And online is really great because it gives you a little bit more flexibility in terms of living your life and managing your schedule, but also accomplishing your goals and bettering your future. And we have a variety of programs. We actually just got approved for our 3rd bachelor program the other month. And we also have several associate degrees. And then we have certificates, and we also have 1 diploma for our Anishinaabe Pene immersion program. So there's a bunch of different programs that there's really something for everybody. Next slide, please. So this just goes a little further in depth about the cost of classes. This is comparing colleges in Michigan specifically, but I imagine it's probably pretty similar outside of Michigan. So your 100 to 200 level classes are going to be your gen eds, so math, English, science, and then your like beginner kind of more specific major programs. So like I said, $95 per credit hour in comparison for undergrad, so that lower level classes. CMU is $425, NMU is $473, Michigan State is $482, Western Michigan is $555, and LSSU is $538. So your tuition, even in a school that's like maybe 30 minutes away from us, is like vastly different. Another cool thing about us, at least in terms of cost, is that we have the Board of Regents Scholarship. So with the Board of Regents Scholarship, if you are a member of a federally recognized tribe, or if you're a descendant from someone who is a member of a federally recognized tribe, we will completely waive the cost of your tuition. We also use a lot of support from other scholarships and other programs for our student, and we do offer emergency financial aid as well. So if you're worried about cost, there are a lot of resources available for students who want to go to college. Next slide, please. So that was it. It was just kind of a brief overview about BMCC. If you have any questions about us or community college or college in general, please feel free to ask, even after in the Q&A section. I'm here, and also my colleague Danny is here to answer questions. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you so much for presenting on your TCU, an amazing, just school itself as well too. It's amazing. Let's go on to the next slide and see who our next speaker is. All right, Sitting Bull College.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm Cody Murphy. I'm the outreach coordinator at Sitting Bull College. This first slide is just kind of like just a little picture of our campus. We have our main building. We have a ton of other buildings around this now, but it's kind of a little outdated picture. But anyway, Sitting Bull College, our mission statement is guided by Ocheti Shakoi culture, values, and language. Sitting Bull College is committed to building intellectual capital through academic, career, and technical education, and promoting economic and social development. We can go on to the next slide. So what we offer, we have 3 master's degrees, 9 bachelor's, 14 associates, and 8 certificates. So our certificate programs can be completed in 2 semesters. So we have like building trades, electrical, CDL, heavy equipment, welding, and then our Lakota Dakota classes, language classes. Then we have our Masters of Environmental Science, Education, and Business Admin. And then we're also fully accredited by the Higher Learning Commission. So our credits, most of our credits will transfer if you decided to transfer after so long. So you can go to the next slide. So for student life, we have quite a few clubs. A lot of the clubs that we do have, they're pretty involved. They do a lot of like community events. We do like a color run every year. We switch it up every now and then, but we've also done like haunted houses and stuff like that during Halloween. We also have like a Tuesday speaker every Tuesday during lunch hour. We'll have a speaker come in or do like a Zoom presentation, and one of our clubs will cook food for all the students. We have dorms available at our Fort Yates campus. We actually have 3 sites. So we have our main campus, which is Fort Yates. And then we also have 2 like satellite sites, which are in McLaughlin, South Dakota, and Mobridge, South Dakota. And then our Fort Yates campus has dorms and family housing on site. And then our Mobridge campus also has dorms. We have a campus daycare and an immersion nest where you can do either or, but so the children that go there can either just be in the daycare or they can also be in the immersion nest where they would learn how to speak Lakota, and they speak nothing but Lakota in the classroom there. We have a lot of internship and research opportunities. Me personally, I just graduated with my business administration, my bachelor's in business administration last spring, and I got into this mentorship program over the summer, and it was really awesome. I got to meet a whole lot of new people and participate in a lot of conferences and such. It was a really good experience. We also have online library resources for research, free tutoring. We have on-campus tutors. They're all student tutors, so they all have a schedule, but there's usually one in there almost every day of the week. We also have academic and career counselors. And then we have a free transit that goes from Mobridge to Bismarck, which is like an hour north of our campus. A lot of people we don't have a whole lot of housing here because we're pretty rural. So it's nice that we have a transit that goes that far. So we have Mobridge all the way up to Bismarck, and they'll bring students here for free. So students can ride our transit for free. Next slide, please. So our cost of attendance is $1,800 for full-time students. So that's anywhere from 12 to 18 credits. That's $125 per credit hour. And then for our master's students, it'd be $350 per credit hour for our master's programs. One big thing that I love to tell high school students about is our Build Your Brighter Future Scholarship. It's for current year high school graduates. So in 2023, when you graduate spring 2023, and you come to Sitting Bull College in fall of 2023, you will be eligible to get that Build Your Brighter Future Scholarship, and that'll pay for your first semester. And then if you get like straight A's or 4.0, you would cover the next semester for also. There's also, it's kind of like a ladder also. So if you get a 4.0, it'll cover your whole next semester. But as your grade point average kind of gets lower, it still covers some, but it'll just kind of get lower also. Our financial aid office also has all kinds of other financial aid opportunities, though we have some institutional scholarships, and they also, most of our students are completely covered, or like completely financially covered by the time, like with scholarships and other financial aid. I think a lot of our students do get paid do get paid to go to school, I guess. They like whatever's left over from their scholarships and financial aid, they usually get back as a disbursement. Once a month, we'll split your disbursement up into a monthly payment, and then we'll pay students each month. So it's kind of easier for them to budget that money for the whole semester rather than getting a one big lump sum and having to stretch it throughout until December, when the last, or December or May when our semesters end. So I put her email on there too. So if you had any questions about financial aid, that's her contact information. We can go to the next slide. So we are working on our online application. So right now, the best way to apply online is by emailing our registrar, which is lisa.mclaughlin@sittingbull.edu, and she can send you a DocuSign application that you can fill out online. It is free to apply. I can also send you a PDF if whatever works best. So my contact information is right there. Cody.murphy@sittingbull.edu, or you can just give me a call. We also have a virtual tour online. So like I said, we're pretty rural, so it's kind of tough to get people here to do a in-person tour. So we have that available. You can either follow that link there, or you can even Google Sitting Bull College and it should come up in the images. Our whole virtual tour should come up in the images. And I think that is it.
All right, and well, thank you very much for presenting on your TC. I really appreciate that. So now, I just want to remind all of the students, currently on, if you do have any questions or anything of the TCs being presented on, use the Q&A section down below. And also now we'll get to hear from the College of Menominee Nation. And just in case, you're welcome to turn on your video as well, just in case.
Real quick, Julio, I just wanted to let all of the high school students know, if you're watching this as a classroom watch party, we will have a sign up after these presentations where you can sign up to ask questions. I know that you might not be able to join directly in the Q&A chat, but we have a sign up if you have questions. Thank you.
Okay. Poso Mauniwea. Tatakasu Awasa in it. Awatuk Aswisian, Lloyd Freisen, Mokaman, Nuwiswan. Hello, everyone. My spirit name is Strong Bear, but my English name is Lloyd Freisen. I'm the traditional recruiter for the College Menominee Nation. This next year, we'll be celebrating 30 years of restoring nations through education. I'm going to talk a little bit about our campus. We do have two. So if you would go to the next slide, please. Okay, so our main campus is here on the Kashina, in our city village of Kashina, on our reservation. What makes our school significant is the Menominees have always been a part of this land, and so we don't have a migration story to go to talk about history. We've always been here, so it's really cool to have our college here on our homeland. We do have a satellite campus down in Green Bay, Wisconsin. About 45 miles from here, southeast from here. Our campus, our student bodies, probably right around 350 to like 280 each semester. We're kind of small. We do have a lot of competitors like Northeast Wisconsin Technical College and UW of Green Bay, Madison, UW meaning University of Wisconsin. But the cool thing about that is we have agreements with both of those entities for our college credits to transfer to those institutions, especially the UW system. Next slide, please. So here's just a list of some of the programs that we have available. We have 6 bachelors, 2 Bachelor of Arts. I myself am my alumni of CMN. I have my Public Administration's Bachelor of Arts degree. I also have 2 associate degrees from here, Liberal Studies and Sustainable Development of Sustainable Development, a Liberal Studies. I got that one back in 2016. So my main job here, because we have high school students, is I recruit high school juniors and seniors through my Learn and Earn program. Students can sign up for a class each semester, and my program pays for everything: tuition, student fees, books. I also order like swag and whatnot. So I like to keep my students dressed in some pretty cool stuff like t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, gloves, mittens, anything I can get to kind of battle the weather up here in Wisconsin, because it's nice for 10 minutes and then it's freezing for the other part of the day. Excuse me. We do have some technical programs also. My program actually pays for majority of the classes of the technical degrees, like medical office technician, electricity, CNC, machinist, welding. So the students don't actually have to come out of pocket to pay those through their financial aid. They can apply for financial aid. And I know in order to apply for scholarship, most scholarships, you have to have that financial aid component. So it's kind of like a big benefit to go through CMN to get your technical diploma, because we pay for a majority of those classes. So all that financial aid that you would get in those scholarships will go directly to you. So you would get that at, you get to take that home, which helps, because we have a lot of non-traditional students, older students, people who are coming back to finish up their degrees, like in business administration, early childhood education, and public administration. Next slide, please. So our cost of attendance, our regular cost is $250 per credit, $100 student fee. We are not an online college, so we don't have programs online, available online. But since COVID hit back in March of 2020, our tuition has been half off. So instead of the $250, it's actually been $125 per credit. We've also have been taking care of our students through some of the COVID relief funds, kind of easing the inflation and whatnot. Yeah, next slide. So if you want to find out a little bit more about the College of Menominee Nation, you can go to our website. We just updated our website, so everything's pretty much in the hamburger over on the right side. So there's admissions, registration, course schedules. There's a student portal to help you with scholarships. What else do you need? So there's like lists of admissions. There's an admissions list, a registration list, things that you would probably email me back and forth about how to sign up, how to become, how to get your courses registered for classes next semester. Yeah, so if you have any questions, go right to our website, or you can shoot an email through our admissions at menominee.edu. We'll be happy to send you more information through that email. I usually ask questions. Can I have the next slide, please? So this is our some of our faculty and staff. We're really a close-knit campus, even though we have a campus down in Green Bay. When we have doings like feasts or get-togethers or cookouts or whatnot, we'd have transport our staff and most of our students up to the main campus and just have like a big day. We don't have dorms, not yet. I think those may be in the plans for the future, say if we got a little bit bigger. But right now, I think our population is right around 300 students right now. And after COVID, the numbers just are increasing. So we're really happy about that. So if you have any questions, you can ask them down in the chat. I'll be happy to answer anything if I can. But I'd like to take this time to thank the College Fair for inviting me to talk about the college a little bit. I mean, since COVID, I feel like we've done a lot of virtual, but we haven't done a lot of high school reach out, if you know what I mean. You know, we have our kids have been getting Zoomed and WebEx so much, you know, and I'm glad everybody's kind of getting back to sort of a normalcy, seeing some in person and face to face. So thank you for the invite and thanks for having me. Marlana. Annette. All right, that's all I have for now. I don't see any questions in the chat. So have a good day, Poso.
All right, then. Thank you so much for presenting on your TC. I appreciate that. Hopefully there's some questions that pop up later on, you know, or they just contact the specific emails on the presentation directly. So I appreciate you. Thank you. So now we'll go on to the next slide, please. All right, then. So now we'll go on to the next speaker for Cankdeska Cikana Community College. You go ahead.
Hi, I'm Melody Volk. I am the Communications and TCAP Director here at Cankdeska, and TCAP is our new apprenticeship program. And so we also have what we call the Earn and Learn, and we are just starting that up now here in January, and I will be starting that program. Next slide, please. We offer 8 programs that are Associate of Arts or an Associate of Science. We have Business Administration, Early Childhood Education, Fine Arts, Indigenous Dakota Studies, Liberal Arts, Natural Resource Management, Pre-Engineering, and Social Work. And we do offer 4 certificate programs. We also have articulation agreements with NDSU, UND, and Mayville State, which are the mainstream universities here in North Dakota. We do also offer 2+2s with some of those colleges. Our social work department has a 2+2 agreement with UND. Our students, because our rigor is so extent in our 2-year program, they automatically get rolled in at UND and they can go for their bachelor's and master's at the same time. With NDSU, we have the 2+2 with pre-engineering and natural resource management. And early childhood and business administration has a 2+2 with Mayville State. We next slide, please. We right now are totally online. We do have some classes that are on campus. Carpentry, our CDL program, they're on, and some of our fine art classes are here on campus. We have what we call asynchronous classes. We have our set times for the Zoom class that this instructor has lectures. But we're finding that our students really do like the online courses because they don't have the barriers that are stopping them from taking classes. They can take their classes when they need to. They work with the instructors as to what times. work best for them. And the instructor usually has, pretty leniency as far as when they get online with the instructor. We have a fitness center here on campus. We also have a student game room and a study lounge. We do want you to succeed, so we do have a professional tutor on staff. Right now, we're offering laptops for students. And like I said, we have in-person classes, but most of them are hybrid classes. Next slide, please. The cost of our attendance is only $150 per credit hour, and the student fees are $175. And currently, our tuition fees and books are reimbursed at the end of the semester if the student has successfully completed their classes with a 2.0 or higher. And then we also offer extra incentives for the students. They can get monthly, they can get, or weekly, sorry, they can get either a gas card, a Walmart card, or a grocery card. And we have those available for the students if they're meeting satisfactory academic progress. We also have many scholarships available, and you can see the financial aid office for that, or just go online to our website and we have everything listed there. Next slide, please. You can apply right now. We are open for registration for spring semester. And like I said, majority of our coursework is online. And so you could be anywhere and take the courses that we have. We do not have any application fees, and anybody is welcome to come to our college. We have, I think, 15% of our student body right now are non-native students. You can call Student Services if you have any more questions at this phone number, 766-4415. And we are located very rural, just like Sitting Bull College. We are located just south of Devil's Lake, North Dakota in Fort Totten. We are part of the Spirit Lake Reservation, and we are here. And please come to our campus. And Derica, if you have anything more you want to add, my associate is on the line too.
Not that I can think of right now.
Okay. Well, like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to call us or go to our website, www.littlehoop.edu, and everything is there for you to understand. And our application is online. So, and that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, then. Thank you very much for presenting on your presentation and everything to let all of our students know and everything. So hopefully you get some emails directly from the students later on, but I really do appreciate your time here today. Thank you. So now we go on to the next slide, please. All right, then. So now we get to hear from our speaker from Stone Child College.
Hi. For some reason, my face isn't popping up. Oh, well.
It's fine.
Okay. Hi, my name is Shanna Henry Tante. I'm from Rocky Boy Reservation. That's where Stone Child College is located. I'd like to take a minute and thank everybody for attending the online TCU presentation. Thank you. Kids are coming in. Can I get the next slide, please? So at Stone Child, we have several general programs, associate programs for students. We try to offer as many as we can for our community: liberal arts, general studies, math, Native American studies, studio arts, early childhood, elementary ed, human services, public health, general science, business, computer science, natural resources, and geospatial technology. We now have a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Education. We're also proud that we have the Early Childhood Bachelor of Science also. So then we have some certificate programs to help out our students. We have accounting, information management, building trades, pre-engineering, public health, peer mentoring, certified people can become a CNA. We will also offer historical trauma endorsement and peer mentoring endorsement. So there's a lot. And we also have a 2+2 program with the larger universities if our students need them. I believe social work is one of them. Can I get the next slide, please? Thank you. Here's our 2+2. I jumped, sorry. U of M anthropology, social work, special ed endorsement, and bachelor's and offers. And the masters are offered through these 2+2, working with bigger universities. Our goal is to also help students move to Northern, that's only a half-hour away, through their business degree for their bachelor's. We look at MSU Bozeman to help with our sciences, and we've just recently started working with Turtle Mountain College for their cybersecurity and with the associates and bachelor's programs from there. So we're pretty busy. We try to find the avenues that are needed for our community and our students so that they are successful. Also, next slide, please. Thank you. So I'm very proud, like that we are affordable. That's one of my biggest sells when I go into the schools or when I talk to anybody, like, please take a look at us. We are affordable. We have a lot of programs that help. So you can see compared to the bigger universities, we try to help our kids as much as possible so they don't go in debt. One thing I'm also bragging about is we do not let our students get a student loan through Stone Child. No, it's not even an option because our goal is to get them out of here as on their 2 feet with no bill attached. And that's what I preach. If you get a CR better, you'll come out with a degree. And then you can see the bigger campuses and how much they are per semester. I'm like, good Lord. Can I get the next slide, please? Thank you. For our students, so that they are successful, our student services offers childcare. We have a daily van. You sign up the day before, and the van will come out to your home and pick you up. They'll honk, chat you up, have a good old visit. We have the Little Bear Gym. It is fully equipped with workout equipment. We offer online tutoring and tutoring in person, and that changes every semester. So please visit with any of the student services people. We can get you going. Our library is amazing. The women go above and beyond for our students and community. If you need something, they will find it. They are good. We have a learning center, and we're currently redoing that for our students. And so soon they'll have a new and improved area to hang out and do work and just be here on campus. We have also, to support our students have redone the campus. So there are, I'm going to use the word pods, desks grouped throughout our campus now for students. Man, I always joke when you come around, I'm like, geez, be careful, you'll gain a lot of weight at Stone Child. We offer food for, I don't know, if you look good, we'll feed you. I jokes. But every Tuesday, our Tidbit Tuesday, we offer snacks, food, finals, midterms, we got you. We offer an athletics program. We have a men and women's basketball. So come out and join and have a good time. That's our goal. We really do try really hard to support our students, and we make it as cost effective as possible. The next slide, please. A couple of our programs, NACTEP, Native American Career and Technical Education Program. So their primary is to support STEM majors. They help with books, tuition and fees. You must be a full-time student, 12 credits or more, be in good standing, and they will help you with a tuition and fee of $500, helps with books, and then you get a stipend for 14 hours a week. NIFA, they also help with the math majors, natural resource majors, all those good guys. And they also help with the stipend and tuition and fees. We have internships available on campus, and they are offered and are given a hands-on experience in the career field of their interest, and they're paid for these hours. I mean, how good does it get? We've had emergency aid in the past. If a student has for example, if their car breaks down, we've helped them. And then there is the federal work study that we also offer for students on campus. Next slide, please. That would be me, Shanna Henry. I'm the recruiter, and if you have any questions, you're also invited to send me an email, give me a call, send me a message. Let me see if there's any. I don't think I see. Janelle ever asked how many of you have campus housing? I'm sorry, that is one thing Stone Child does not have is student campus, and it's a big need. And I've always offered that the local city is about half hour away. They have apartments and all that good stuff, and that you can get one out there and drive out. Next slide, please.
I think that was all the slides you had.
Oh, okay.
I think that was
Is
it.
there any questions from anybody out there? Did I get any? Did I miss any?
I don't think so, but if there's any other questions that come up, we'll definitely, throw them your way or whatever. Or
Hi guys, it's good to see everybody again.
Yeah.
Hope everybody's safe and happy, and good luck with your travels, and thank you for letting Stone Child hold space and giving us a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much for presenting on your TCU. I really appreciate that. So yeah, now we're done with all the presentations from the TCU. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that was able to take some time out of the day to present on their TCU, and then let all of our students know about like the specific unique resources and awesome things about each TCU and everything, because they're all awesome in their individual way. So right now we'll just go over this slide right here, so the students sign up to learn more. So this right here, like just with anything that came up, during the presentation, if you just like want to be able to talk with a specific student ambassador or TCU recruiter to learn more about their travel college experience, you could always use that link right there, to get in contact with any of them for more information, of course. And we actually dropped that link on the chat as well, just in case, if there anything else comes up. Okay, so definitely reach out to them, don't be afraid, it could be literally any specific question, about their TCU. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead and go on to the next slide, please. All right then, everybody, so we're almost there, so just almost there, so just keep up. So for the agenda right there, we're all the way down here where that blue arrow is, and we're going to start with the first generation mini conference. So we'll go on to the next slide and see who the speaker is. All right then, guys, so the speaker is me. I'm actually very excited to talk about, just being a first generation college student, just to be able to give you those tips and tricks and just like specific things that you'll probably face, while in college and everything. I'm not doing this to like scare anybody about it, but also just kind of prepare, for the upcoming, college experience if you're a high school student transitioning into a college life. But again, just to introduce myself again, my name is Julio Cesar Barron Jr. One of the college success coaches here at the American Indian College Fund. I've literally only been here for about 10 months or so, but I've loved every single minute of it since I've been here. My passion to give back to my community and also continue to help out students like myself, to first generation college students, to be able to succeed in college and get that degree, their dream job, and anything else that I could do to help them out with that. So, and again, I did put my email down there just in case if you ever want to connect again, but I'll show that email again at the end of the presentation as well. So, let's go ahead and move on to the next slide, please. All right, thank you. So let's go ahead and just talk about what is considered a first generation college student. So this it varies between like all universities and university and colleges nationwide and everything. But I did find this definition on Google, and hopefully it's a really good one, of course. So while the definition can be complicated, being a first gen student means that your parents did not complete a 4-year college or university degree. Some colleges and universities use a different definition, so be sure to ask your admissions counselor, academic advisor, or faculty member to learn more. So, just again, like for me, for instance, a lot of my, for my experience, like my parents didn't graduate from a college or university, actually. They actually came from Mexico and stuff like that. But again, they sacrificed everything, to move to the United States and everything. To give me and my brother a better life. We weren't even born yet, but they wanted to do that for their specific family and everything. And then also, it takes a lot. It's a lot of different things that you're going to face as being that first person in your family getting that degree, and it's going to be good and bad at the same time. But you could do this. You deserve to be in college. You deserve to get your education and finally get a degree and everything, and be able to go into your dream job later on. And then also I just want to showcase that picture up there. It's an amazing picture. These are the ambassadors for the college fund for this year. There's 11 of them, and they're all amazing people and everything. I'm actually the one leading this program and everything to support them and everything, and I feel like I learned a lot from them, from each one of them. They're amazing people and everything. And that link from before, from the previous slide, like if you ever want to get to know any of the ambassadors or just connect with them about their TCU experience or just their education experience in general, definitely reach out to them, because I think some of them are first generation college students. So yeah, definitely amazing people. So next slide, please. All right, then. So for the agenda for today, so first, just I want to talk about my story and experience as a first gen student. Next is the just a couple stats, for first generation college students. Third, tips and advice for being a first generation college student, how to get through and survive. And then fourth, some Q&A, if anyone has any questions about anything, about just, my presentation, or just any experiences that you are wanting to know about or expect to happen, later in the future. So don't be afraid, just go ahead and go on the Q&A and stuff like that, and then put a question on there. I'll be willing to answer it later on. So let's go on to the next slide, please. Thank you. All right, then. So right here, so for my story and experience, and then I've always talked about my story now, like, when I was in college, but like, later on, I'm a professional in the education world and everything. So it's a lot more different now, but I still remember all of this stuff. So it's amazing to kind of talk about my experience with all of you and everything. So first of all, like that picture up there, one of my best friends took that picture of me, and that's at my alma mater, the University of Oklahoma. And then that symbol right beside it, OU, it's another way of saying it, so you probably heard us in sports or something like that, like OU Sooners and everything. But that's my my master's degree graduation photo shoot and everything, and I love that experience and everything. But just to kind of go over, like, that first year of college and everything, I want to go over like that first year experience as in my life as a freshman. I actually started at OU in 2012 and went all the way to 2017. And then, for that instance, like, I wanted to talk about, like, timeline and everything, like, You know how some students, you know, finish their associates in 2 years, you know, people finish their bachelor's degree in 4 years. That's the normal and stuff, but like really, it's really not. You know, a lot of people go on their own pace and everything, and that is fine. Because for instance, you know, a lot of people have like you know, jobs and everything, you know, they have family, other you know, activities they do outside of school and everything, or they just have a life in general, you know, and that's fine. I always was that person that was like, I don't know if I really think myself as I'm ready for this college experience, you know, but it was always a dream for me to go to OU and stuff. And I did go, and it was amazing. But was it easy? It was not. And I'll tell you the truth about that. I struggled a lot. In high school, you know, I did graduate, you know, a second in my class and everything, and then got all these good grades and everything. And I thought of myself that I was prepared. I get to OU, and then I was like, oh, this is really hard, you know. I experienced a lot of things, you know, like culture shock and everything, you know, not seeing people that look like me or even speak my language and everything, you know. I had to like really adjust and adapt super fast, you know. It took some time, of course, but I did connect with some people later on in life. But so just kind of imagine, you know, like, you know, those movies or shows that you see on TV and everything about like those big classes, you know, like where there's like 300 to 400 people in those classes all the time, you know. I experienced that here at OU and everything. I think that building on that picture on the left is like where I actually went for the first time, and I was just shocked. I was like, I thought it was just a joke and stuff, you know, because it's a real thing, you know. But don't let that, you know, scare you or anything. You know, if you go to any of the big mainstream colleges, universities, or anything of that nature, just keep going. You know, you deserve that education. You deserve to be there and just be able to do what you want to do, that you want to do for your rest of your life. So kind of keep that in mind, of course. And then also, you know, one thing that actually helped me out a lot as a first gen student is the TRIO program. That symbol up there on the top right corner of your screen, that's the TRIO program. You probably heard it a couple of times, you know, through some other presentation, or heard it from other students or faculty and staff, you know, when you're visiting campuses and everything. They help out first generation college students directly, and also underrepresented populations as well. And then also like they give the most amazing resources ever, you know, like, you know, free tutoring, you know, free computer lab and stuff like that, or just like a place, you know, like print out stuff and everything, or do schoolwork. It's kind of like a place away, another place away from home, another second family, of course, you know. Like it was very different, you know, like this is because I got my academic advising from them, you know, and I learned so much, you know. They helped me like keep in track, you know, and if I wanted to, you know, change my major and stuff like that, they helped me out with that too, you know, and transition pretty well and everything. Because again, you know, it's okay to change your major at college. You know, maybe it wasn't the thing you wanted, or the thing you were very interested in, but you just want to continue on in your education and like better yourself for like something you want to do for the rest of your life. One piece of advice that I tell all my students is like, don't do a job that for the money and stuff like that. Do something that is that you're willing to wake up every single morning for the rest of your life and like be happy about it and stuff. But in the other case, you know, if you find a dream job that pays good money, then awesome. You just hit the lottery and everything. So just kind of keep that in mind, of course. The next bullet point is like being able to helping other students like myself to succeed through mentorship and building connections. That's one very important thing that I tell all my first gen students, you know, because you're going to feel alone at times, you know, but there's other students just like you that have gone through the same path as you, or like starting the same path as you as well, you know. Connect with those students, you know, build a study group, you know, become friends with them, you know, go to the gym together, go get a bite to eat and just get to know about each other, like how class was today, you know, or like how was that professor, or like what could I do for the school to better myself and my community, you know. Just have those connections with people and everything. And of course, you know, connect with your professors and advisors as well too, you know, like they're there to help you out. You're you're helping them out anyway, of course, you know, but like sometimes, you know, those relationships could become into mentors and everything. I still talk to a couple of my mentors still to this day for like about 7 to 10 years now, and I still keep up with them still, and they kind of catch up with me, you know, via social media or just via text or whatever communications you do with them. But like the other thing that I went through, you know, during my bachelor's degree, is through the other specific program that TRIO has, is the Ronald E. McNair Postbaccalaureate Achievement Program, or just the McNair program, McNair Scholars Program. I was a McNair Scholar in my junior year of my bachelor's degree, so I would say 2015, I think. That's when I got accepted into this program, and it's like a very competitive and everything, but like this program has helped me like learn more about like how to do my own research, get my own mentor to help me out to be able to do research later on and maybe go into grad school later on. And with those specific things, I was able to present my own research and presentations across the nation and everything. Research conferences, connect with people like at graduate school fairs and everything to be able to know more about the process and how to apply and know what to expect, when you're in grad school. And because of them, I did go to grad school later on in life, and I really do appreciate that. That same director and mentor from the TRIO Ronald E. McNair program, I still talk to her to this day still. And she's the one that kept pushing me forward to go to grad school and then go do more school if I wanted to. And that's my next bullet point, is the graduate school life. I'll tell you the truth, like if you're interested in it, definitely let me know. We can always chat later on, at another specific date. But like I also went to grad school at OU as well. So I was there from like 2012 to 2021. And I graduated with my master's in 2021. And I loved it, because I did it on a topic that I really love, learning about and stuff. And then with that case, it's a lot different than a bachelor's. A bachelor's, you're doing a lot of major courses, and then you take some major courses and that's it, and then you're done. And then for a master's, it's a whole discipline at that point. It's one specific topic, where you kind of put all your effort into it. But at that point, you're just like a consumer of knowledge. You're like reading all these articles and journals and all that good stuff to like later on, do your own thesis or do comp exams or anything else, because grad school is very different for each one of them. So just kind of think of that and do your own research on what you want. So yeah, I love that part, so I took a break from school for about a year, but now I'm back in school again. I actually started school again at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix, Arizona. But because of like some of their specific programming and everything, I was able to do my next degree, which is the next bullet point, is like my Ed.D. Program. So I'm in a Doctorate of Education program in Organizational Leadership and Higher Education. So I was able to go to the next level, because I wanted to do a lot more for my specific research topic. And then just to let you know a little bit more about that, my topic for my dissertation is knowing the importance of mentorship and building connections for first generation and underrepresented populations. So with that being said, I want to be able to implement, different techniques, methods, and different programming to help out students like myself, to help out other students around the world, that are in the first gen or underrepresented populations of students, to be able to help you out to like not face the same barriers that I face, So I just want to better the life of all my students in general. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, my story and experience, and hopefully you kind of learn something. But like definitely, like if you do have questions or anything, like email me or just put something in the question chat below. So yeah, we'll go on to the next slide, please. All right then. So this one is just going to be a quick one, so this is just the stats and stuff. I actually got this off of Google and everything. So this is just the distribution of characteristics among first gen and continuing generation students. So I just want you to focus on the yellow bar right there. So right there, this is just like a mixture of like all the specific populations of students and everything, they cut into different parts, but I want you to kind of like focus on like on the far right. And this graph is from 2017, 2018, if I remember correctly. But like go all the way to like the American Indian or Alaska Native and Native Hawaiian and other Pacific Islanders. It's a very small percentage, but don't let that stop you from like going to a college and stuff. Like you should be proud of yourself for being that person that changes all the future generations for later on and everything. You're going to be that person that changes, if you have a family later on, or just your cousins or anything, relatives or other people you're around, you're going to inspire them you're going to be a mentor to them, you know, and you're going to help them out and stuff like that, you know. And it's kind of like me, you know, like my little brother, you know, he went to college too, you know, but like I helped him out to like not do to prepare himself, you know, to go to college and everything. And he did a lot better than me, which I'm glad. And then the bottom one right here, you know, this is from the college fund itself, you know. So according to the American Indian College Fund, about 58.9% of native scholars we deal with are first generation college students. So amazing number and stuff like that. And I hope that I continue to see more of that. But also at the same time, I wanted to keep lowering it, you know, because I want to see, like, you know, second generation, third generation of people to continue on into the college life as well too. So, you know, just an amazing thing to kind of think of and everything. And I'm pretty excited to continue on this research that I'm doing, but also continue to see more first gen students come out and get their education, you know. So let's go to the next slide, please. All right, then. So this one, we'll go pretty quick on it, you know, but was do like tips and advice on being a first generation college student. So I got 6 tips, and definitely I could talk about this forever. I could have like a big, just a list, a bunch of lists of like different things, but these are like the main parts right here for now. But for this one is the first one: utilize spaces, resources, and build connections. When I say utilizing your spaces is being able to, like, you know, if your specific college or university has like a specific library or like different or like rooms that you can rent out, you know, for like study groups and stuff. But if you're that specific person just like me that likes to study by themselves, you know, because I need peace and quiet to do my work, you can do that as well, you know. So definitely utilize all those specific spaces that your college has, because they might have it. And if not, you can always talk to an advisor, professor, or faculty and staff to let them know what they have and everything. And again, you know, resources. There's always going to be a bunch of student resources for you to succeed. Anything, you know, from like tutoring to like the writing center to a math center, you know, or even a gym and stuff like that, or medical facilities, you know, to do anything with just like health wellness or like mental wellness and stuff like that, you know, use it, you know, because it's there for you. You paid to go to that college. You're there, and then you're there to like utilize all the resources as well, because they're there to help you out to succeed as a student. And then again, you know, I bring this a lot up, you know, so build connections with those people, everyone you can, you know, people that can support you and care for you and mentor you all the way from that day you step into that college until that day you walk that stage when you graduate, you know, so keep that up. Second point is like, do not let imposter syndrome get in the way of your dreams and goals. This right here, you probably heard about it, but like it's one of those things where like it's kind of like a mindset game, you know, like you're fighting against yourself, kind of like saying things like, I don't deserve to be in college, you know, I don't think I'm good enough and everything, I don't deserve to be at the specific major or college, you know, for what I want to do and everything. Don't let those things get in the way of your dreams and goals, you know. You just feel supported by others, but also you're the person going to school and doing all the studies and research and exams and everything. Like, you're there for a reason, you know. Don't let these feelings get in the way, you know. Push forward, keep going, don't give up. You got this, okay? For the third one, take care of your physical and mental health. At times, you know, college is going to get tough at times, you know. You're gonna think that you're gonna be studying all the time, you know, or you're just gonna like just feel burnt out or everything, you know. Learn to like you know, feel your body and stuff like that, you know. If you feel like something is wrong, you know, go get some help, you know, because maybe there's something going on and you don't even know about it, because, you know, stress kind of gets in the way too, you know. Again, you know, mental health too as well, especially during this COVID time era that we're living in, you know. It's taken a lot of big things out of a lot of people around the world, especially here in the United States. Definitely utilize that as well, you know. And then at times, you know, this is another resource from campus, if they have it, you know, is mental health services. You know, there's probably a therapist at your college, and if not, they probably know other people that could help you out with that as well, you know. So take care of yourself, you know, don't burn yourself out, you know. Take that break, take that walk, go to the gym, go talk to your friend, give your parents or cousins or siblings a quick call or text or something. You're not doing this alone, you know. You got this. And then the fourth one, you know, is like, get a planner and schedule ahead of time. For this, you know, I did this a lot as a student, you know. It's just like being able to, like, you know, get that planner, you know, get a couple sheets of paper or something like that, or even a calendar, you know. I use all of these things to this day, So whenever you get those syllabus, so the syllabus is like those, it's a couple of documents you get from your professors or teachers, that let you know like what assignments and projects you're gonna do all for that whole semester, for the school year. Put all those things down on the planner and schedule and everything, you'll be ahead of the game from everybody else. It's more for like time management and organizational skills. So keep that in mind, of course. The fifth one, is like you're not taking this college journey on your own. Always ask for help or support. For this one, it's just like you want to be able to feel supported by your own family, specific mentors, academic advisors, professors, the mentors, and everything like that. You have that support, and if you need help, like ask for help. It's okay. Don't be afraid. I asked for help a lot of times, and then that's where I am today. Like I keep going and going. But I love, I love college and stuff like that. But I also love all my students that I deal with on a daily basis. I want to be able to help you out, and not to feel stressed about anything, and to keep on going. Like I'm a helpful source for all of you guys, and I could be a mentor too as well. Lastly, not least, do not compare yourself towards others. You'll graduate on your own time. Again, this one is like, don't compare yourself to other students that are finishing school earlier, or like doing better in school and everything like that. You're on your own plan, you're on your own timeline and everything. Take it easy, take it slow if you need to, or take it as quick as possible. Only you are the only person that knows how you think and the specific mindset you have and how fast you want to go through college. So that's up to you, okay? But yeah, other than that, I'm done with this slide, and hopefully you learned something from this right now. So again, if there's questions, let me know. Let's go on to the next slide, please. All right, then. So I found this amazing, this statement, on Google and stuff. I just want to let you know about it. So as a first generation student, you have to work so much harder to get to where you are than your peers who had more opportunities than you did. You earned your place here. Remember that. You made it here. And then just to kind of elaborate on that, it's like you deserve to like be in college. You deserve to get that dream job, and you deserve to be happy in life and everything, and be able to do something for yourself, your community, your family, and everyone that's around you. It's an amazing opportunity, and also an amazing thing to do, for later on in life. So just keep pushing, don't give up, and everything. You're here for a reason, so don't give up, okay? Push forward, you got this. Next slide, please. All right then, guys. So again, I really do appreciate you for listening to me and everything, and hopefully you learned one thing or many things, but thank you for letting me speak to you guys on being a first generation college student. So if there's any, I think there was a couple of questions. I don't know if they were answered or not. Okay, I think they were. But yeah, okay. So if there's any other questions that pop up, just let me know and stuff like that. But we could go on to the next slide just in case. So again, my name is Julio and everything. That's my email directly if you ever want to get to know me a little bit better, or just connect at some point. And again, there's a website to the college fund and everything. So again, thank you for for being here and everything and listening to this workshop. So I appreciate you all. Thank you. All right, then. So yeah. All right. Next slide. All right. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to talk about the Full Circle Scholarship real quick. So again, it's just a couple of things to kind of learn. This is in the Native Pathways type of stuff, and Think Indian, and the collegefund.org. Just utilize all the resources that we have. And get to learn a little bit more. So yeah, I think on the next slide we'll get to know a little bit more about the scholarship. Okay. So this right here, so the scholarships from the College Fund, and these are just a couple of stats of like how much we've given and everything and all that good stuff. We've given over 11.8 million in scholarship funds and awarded over 3,200 students, which is amazing. And a lot of those students, they're attending 250 different colleges and universities nationwide. We provided scholarships to students pursuing vocational, bachelor, master, and doctoral programs, which is amazing. So we're like one of those specific, college funds, that are able to help you out throughout your whole collegiate career and everything. So it's pretty nice to have that. Eligibility, like plan to be a full-time enrolled student. Attend an accredited nonprofit college or university. At least have a cumulative GPA of a 2.0, but try to do a lot better than that and stuff like that. But that's like the low point and stuff. Be an enrolled tribal member or a descendant of one. And then also submit application by May 31st. And then right there down below, It's February 1st is when the application opens, and it's open through May 31st, 2023. And then there's the link down there, for you can get to learn more about the scholarship itself. And then I see the link is dropped in the chat as well, just in case you want to get through it as well too. So yeah, that's a little bit about our scholarship and everything, like I'm always here willing to help you guys out to learn more about it as well. So reach out. Let's go on to the next slide, please. Okay, so this is just a couple of upcoming events coming up. So right now, we're like on day 2, so November 30th. We do have another extra day for the TCU Fair tomorrow to learn about other TCUs, and another specific workshop tomorrow talking about FAFSA. So yeah, if you want, you could come through and then learn a couple more things as well. For December 2nd, we also have the Tribal College Blanket Contest webinar. And then on the 6th, we have the Indigenous Activism panel. And then we also have those links on the site and stuff like that, but we'll also drop that on the chat as well, and also email you these dates as well if you're interested in any of them. So definitely, go to them if you're interested in a specific topic, of course. Let's see, okay. Let's see, okay. Let's go on to the next slide, please. All right, then. So, just a couple more links about a couple of things we have and resources. So again, the College Fund website is at the top, and then the scholarships link for the College Fund as well too, if you're ever interested in that. I think a couple of weeks ago, we went through a couple of FAFSA workshops as well, so like, again, there's some links to the FAFSA directly themselves, how to complete it, a little overview of it, a couple of, frequent questions asked, so there's that link as well. And then, just kind of like a walkthrough of how to do the FAFSA application as well. And lastly, not least, we do have the survey for prizes, and this is going to keep coming up all the time. So definitely utilize that as well. And then that's dropped in the chat as well. So do it when you get the chance. And again, just the final reminder is like, follow us on social media. We have all different social medias through everything, and then also you could register for the newsletter as well for the College Fund. So definitely get on all of these, for you could just learn about everything that we do as a College Fund, and also all the resources that we want to give to all of you to succeed as a future student or as a current student right now. So let's go on to the next slide, please. Okay, so here we go again with the survey and prizes, complete by December 2nd. There's a link again, and it's dropped in the chat as well. And then just a reminder about the prizes and the swag bag, so hey, you can't lose at this point, so hey, it's worth a try. So you can win a laptop if you're a student, and then win any of the swag bags as well. Okay, so we'll go on to the next slide, please. All right, then now let's Sandy talk about this one again.
Thank you very much, Julio. I just wanted to remind our high schools, those of you that are current to 2022-23 Higher Pathways program schools, we are doing a special prize for those schools that work directly with my department in the American Indian College Fund. We're giving away 1 classroom pizza, root beer, ice cream float party. You get to decide. It's a $300 prize that you can decide how you want to spend it, to be raffled off each day of the fair. So we will do a school today. So we'll go through after everybody has had a chance to fill out the survey. We're going to give them a day or 2 to fill out the survey, and then check each day who's filled out the survey to raffle off this prize. Your class size does not matter. We just ask for attendance for about 30 minutes. Staff need to complete the post survey, so it'll be probably arriving, if not today, then tomorrow. For everybody, it takes us a little bit of time because we're going to give you everything. We're going to give you the recording of today's event. We're going to give you the slides that you saw today. We're going to give you the survey link, all of it together. So probably today, if not today, then tomorrow we'll send out the survey. Staff, make sure to complete that survey. There's a question on there that will ask how many students were watching with you. Students, we would like you to complete the survey as well. So high school teachers, make sure that you're sending this survey survey to your high school students as well. And current college students, everybody who attended today, you are welcome to complete the same survey because we will be raffling off those prizes that Julio talked about. And we are really excited that we were having classes today. So thank you for those of you who showed up from a high school. We really appreciate you for having a watch party for this event. All right, Erin, if you can just end it on our very second to last slide on the survey link. We'll hold that up for just a little bit longer. And we wanted to thank you for attending our event today, everybody. Koyana, Pak, thank you so much for learning about our TCUs today. We hope to see you tomorrow at our final day of the fair. Feel free to put any questions in the chat now as we just leave the survey up for just a moment longer.